Good morning, members, and to our public in the gallery, as well as those watching at home or on their devices. The chair now calls this first day, fourth regular session of the 18th Senior Youth Congress to order. Let us rise for a moment of prayer. I ask that we pray for those battling COVID 19, those who have passed due to the virus, as well as those affected by the adverse effects of this pandemic. Thank you. Clerk, please call roll.
Senator De La Cruz,
Gagia.
Senator Jacopo,
Present.
Senator Manglonia,
Present.
Senator Sasamoto,
Present.
Madam Speaker.
Present.
Madam Speaker, all 5 members are present.
Thank you, Clerk. With all members present, we hereby constitute the quorum to conduct business. At this time, the chair recognizes the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before we proceed with today's agenda, and without objection from the members, I would like to move that we amend today's agenda to include additional communications and legislation.
No objection.
Thank you, colleagues. At this time, I move to suspend Rule 3, Section 5, to include any and all communications and legislation not placed on the agenda prior to posting. Those items to be added are Youth Congress Resolution 1804, Youth Congress Bill 1806, and finally Youth Congress Bill 1807. So moved, Madam Speaker.
Second.
There is a motion to suspend Rule 3, Section 5, and it has been seconded. Discussion on the motion?
Ready.
If none, Clerk, please call roll.
Senator De La Cruz,
Undan.
Senator Jacopo,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia,
Yes.
Senator Sasamoto,
Yes.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, all 5 members voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion to suspend carries. We move down to item 2 on our order of business. The chair recognizes the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We have one journal on today's agenda, Youth Congress Journal 1804, which is the journal from our last session held on November 20. At this time, I move for its adoption.
Second.
Thank you, floor leader. It has been moved and seconded that the Youth Congress Journal 1804 be adopted. Discussion on the motion?
Ready.
All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All who oppose say nay. Motion carries. The journal is hereby adopted. We move to item 3, public comments. The floor is now open for any members of the public seated in the gallery to offer comments on today's agenda. Please limit your statements to 5 minutes, and as a reminder, anything stated within your testimony not relating to today's agenda will be struck from the record. The floor is now open for public comments. If none, public comments are hereby closed. We now move down to item 4, introduction of bill. The chair recognizes Senator De La Cruz.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I officially introduce Youth Congress Bill 1804 to require the Department of Public Works, the Department of Public Lands, and the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation to coordinate, procure, and install lightings at all public basketball and tennis courts in the cinema and for other purposes. Introduced by myself and welcome any and all co-sponsors.
Thank you, Senator. Youth Congress Bill 1804 will be referred to the Committee on Education, Sports, and Recreation. Moving down the line, the chair hereby introduces Youth Congress Bill 1807 to amend 1 CMC subsection 1610C to allow Youth Congress sessions to be held in the legislative chamber of the House of Representatives or the Senate, inclusive of venues in Tinian or Rhoda. Introduced by myself, and welcome any and all co-sponsors. This bill will be referred to the JGO committee. Anything further under bills? If there are none, we move down to item 5. The chair recognizes Senator De La Cruz.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I officially introduce Youth Congress Resolution 1804, respectfully requesting the Department of Public Works, Department of Public Lands, and the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation to coordinate, procure, and install adequate lighting systems at our village recreational facilities, as well as Youth Congress Commemorative Resolution 1806, paying proper tribute to the life and service of the late Honorable Glicerio Eli del Mundo Arago, Honorary Philippine Consul to the Northern Mariana Islands. Introduced by myself and without objection, I would like to place this resolution on today's calendar for adoption as a committee of the whole.
No objection. Thank you, Senator.
No
I
objection.
ask the floor leader to make note on Senator De La Cruz's request. Continuing on with item 5, I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am officially introducing the following resolution, Youth Congress Commemorative Resolution 1807, honoring January 30th to February 5th, 2022, as Catholic Schools Week in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Introduced by myself, and if there are no objections from the members, I would like to place it on today's calendar for adoption as a committee of the whole.
No objection.
No objection.
Thank you, floor leader. Anything further under item 5? There being none, the chair now recognizes the floor leader for the proper motion.
Madam Speaker, I move to place the following resolutions on today's calendar for action. Youth Congress Resolution 1804 and Youth Congress Commemorative Resolutions 1806 and 1807. So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the resolution 1804 and commemorative resolutions 1806 and 1807 be placed on today's resolution calendar. Discussion on the motion?
Ready. Ready.
Ready?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All who
Aye.
oppose, please say nay. Motion carries. All 3 resolutions are calendared for action. We move down to communications. The chair recognizes the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We have 3 communications under item 6. They are Youth Congress Communications 1803 and 1804.
Thank you, floor leader. Any discussion on Youth Congress Communications 1803 and 1804? Thank you, members. Floor leader, you may continue. I would like to now call recess.
There's 3 items on the communication.
We are now back from recess. I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Correction, there are 3 items under item 6, Youth Congress Communications, and they are Youth Congress Communications 1803, 1804, and 1805.
Thank you, floor leader. Any discussion on Youth Congress Communications 1803, 1804, and 1805?
Ready.
Ready?
Thank you, members. And floor leader, you may continue.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We have none to report for items number 7 to 13.
Thank you, floor leader. With none under items 7 to 13, we move to resolution calendar. The chair recognizes the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There are currently 3 resolutions on calendar. The first is Youth Congress Resolution 1804, respectfully requesting the Department of Public Works, Department of Public Lands, and the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation to coordinate, procure, and install adequate lighting systems at our village recreational facilities. I move for its adoption.
Second.
A motion is offered to adopt Youth Congress Resolution 1804, and it has been seconded. Discussion? If none, clerk, please call roll.
Senator De La Cruz,
Ungan.
Senator Jacopo,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia,
Yes.
Senator Sasamoto,
Yes.
Madam Speaker,
Yes.
Madam Speaker, all 5 members voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With 5 members voting yes in the affirmative, Youth Congress Resolution 1804 is hereby adopted. I now recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The second resolution is Youth Congress Commemorative Resolution 1806, paying proper tribute to the life and service of the late Honorable Glycerio Eli Del Mundo Arago, Honorary Philippine Consul to the Northern Mariana Islands. I
Second.
move for its adoption.
A motion is offered to adopt Youth Congress Resolution 1806, and it has been seconded. Discussion?
Ready.
Ready.
If none, clerk, please call roll.
Senator De La Cruz,
Ungan.
Senator Jacopo,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia,
Yes.
Senator Sasamoto,
Yes.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, all 5 members voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With 5 members voting yes in the affirmative, Youth Congress Resolution 1806 is hereby adopted. I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The last resolution is Youth Congress Commemorative Resolution 1807, honoring January 30th to February 5th, 2022, as Catholic Schools Week in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. I move for its adoption.
Second.
A motion is offered to adopt Youth Congress Resolution 1807, and it has been seconded. Discussion?
Ready.
Ready.
Clerk, please call roll.
Senator De La Cruz,
Ungan.
Senator Senator Jacopo,
Yes.
Senator Manglonia,
Yes.
Senator Sasamoto,
Yes.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, all 5 members voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. With 5 members voting yes in the affirmative, Youth Congress Resolution 1807 is hereby adopted. With item 14 taken care of and none under the bill calendar, we now move down to item 16, miscellaneous. If there are none, we move down to announcements. Are there any announcements from the members? There being none, we move down to item 18. At this time, the chair recognizes the floor leader for the proper motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. At this time, I make a motion to adjourn this session subject to the call of the chair.
Second.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to adjourn this session subject to the call of the speaker. Any discussion on the motion?
Ready.
Ready.
All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All who oppose, say nay. The ayes have it. The first day, 5th regular session of the 18th Sinai Youth Congress is hereby adjourned.
That was quick.
That's a record.